Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm going to give you an overview of this story. It is very, very tragic. There's a link in the description. If you value this content, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. It's in regards to a father and his 10-year-old son being found dead Tuesday night in Chatsworth, which is a part of Los Angeles. The specific street is Plummer Street. They were found at around 8:30 p.m. again Tuesday night. They had been reported missing earlier in the day by their concerned family members. And if I understand correctly, it was their family that discovered the both of them in a vehicle, again in Plummer Street, Chatsworth, Los Angeles. And they were deceased. They had to be dragged from the vehicle by the paramedics when they were called, and the Los Angeles Fire Department. They were pronounced dead at the scene, I believe. Their names are Jose Romo Guerra, 35 years of age, and his son Michael Romo Sandoval, 10 years of age. So they both come from Canoga Park, but again, this happened in Plummer Street, Chatsworth, Los Angeles, around 8:30 p.m. Tuesday evening. The authorities haven't provided any information about a weapon or manner of death. And the LAPD deputy chief has said that the incident is being investigated and it is a possible murder-suicide. So they've not categorically stated that it's a murder-suicide, but they do believe that that is a possibility. We have not verified anything at this point regarding the nature of the death of the two individuals. So there will be an autopsy pending, and additional details perhaps will be released over the ensuing days or perhaps over the next week, but certainly the investigation is at the beginning stages. It is an ongoing investigation. It is possible that it's a murder-suicide, that a 35-year-old father took his own life and that of his son, Jose Romo Guerra, and his 10-year-old son, Michael Romo Sandoval. So we don't know, and I guess we'll find out in due course. Perhaps I'll make an update if more information comes to light. But of course, full condolences to the extended family. Such a shame. We don't know what motivated this. I'm going to say mental illness, presumably depression, presumably the father was at the end of his rope. Now, I normally get very angry when I read of child murderers, and I am, but I don't know. I mean, I think perhaps it's sometimes the way you read through the stories, the articles, the cases, the way that they're presented. Sometimes well, for me, perhaps I'm more provoked than in other times. But in this, I feel sorry for the father, and I don't wish for that to be offensive to anybody. But there's at least a part of me that I'm going to say realizes that the father must have been depressed. He must have been going through a mental health episode, whatever it happens to be. And I know a lot of you will be offended by what I've said there. I mean, I tend to view these murderers as being absolute scum, and I still do. This guy was incredibly selfish to not only take his own life, but more to the point, take the life of his 10-year-old son, if indeed that is the case, which the police believe it's a possibility. So, I mean, I guess that's what it looks like. Incredibly selfish and evil, but I've got to say, I'm assuming out of a level of mental illness, out of an aspect of mental illness, out of a level of desperation. And with that, I feel some level of empathy towards the father. Am I wrong? Am I completely out of order on this? I may be. I mean, either way, it's a shame. It's a loss of life of two people. I don't know if this father was an absolute out-and-out scumbag, or perhaps he was just having a mental health episode. But either way, it's a tragic loss, particularly of the 10-year-old boy. Full condolences to the family concerned. I'm not aware of any GoFundMe. If you guys become aware of one, please do point me in the right direction. I'll happily update the description should that be appropriate. I'm going to wrap things up here, guys. Hopefully I've not been too offensive. But yeah, tell me your view. If you agree, if you disagree, whatever it happens to be. I'm just stating my thoughts as they occur to me. And I guess sometimes we're not entirely rational, and I guess my thoughts, our thoughts waver from time to time. We're not necessarily fully consistent. Um, but anyhow, there we go. So let's hope the investigation continues, that they are able to get to a conclusion as to how these two died. And I'll wrap things up. Take care.